You know, this isn't the kind of event I normally would cover on the DIY with Vinny channel. Most of the time, we're talking smart homes, robot mowers, home assistant, backyard projects, and tons of other automations. But the Flight Sim Expo 2026 happened to be right here in Minnesota. And since I'm into flight simulation with what little free time that I actually have, I'd figure we go check it out. What I didn't expect was how much this hobby overlaps with the smart home world. Because once you start looking closely, a home flight simulator is basically one giant automation project. So today I'm going to take you along for a quick tour of the Flight Sim Expo and show you some of the coolest things that I found. One of the reasons I wanted to attend was because flight simulation has absolutely exploded over the last few years. What used to require thousands of dollars and a dedicated PC can now be done with a gaming PC, a few accessories, and software like Microsoft Flight Simulator. My stepson and I both enjoy flying virtually, so when I heard the expo was coming to Minnesota, it seemed like the perfect excuse to spend the day checking it out. And honestly, it was much bigger than I expected. The first thing that grabs your attention is the simulator setups. Some of these are simple desktop configurations, others are full-scale cockpits that look like they were pulled directly out of an airplane. There were home-built simulators, professional training systems, and everything in between. And as someone who spends a lot of time building projects at home, I immediately appreciate the amount of DIY engineering behind some of these builds. Many of them reminded me of custom smart home projects. Lots of wiring, lots of software, lots of automation, lots of opportunities to spend way more money than you originally planned. The thing that surprised me the most was how similar the flight sim community is to the smart home community. Both groups are constantly chasing realism and automation. In the smart home world, we automate lighting, climate control, security, and entertainment. In flight simulation, they're automating instrument panels, controls, motion systems, displays, and environmental effects. The mindset is almost identical. People aren't just buying product, they're building systems. They're integrating hardware and software. They're creating experiences. And that's exactly what we do with Home Assistant every day. A few things really stood out to me. The display technology has gotten incredible. Ultra-wide monitors, multi-screen setups, large format displays. Virtual reality continues to improve as well. And there were some impressive motion simulator systems that physically move with the aircraft. If you're into home theater technology, gaming setups, networking, or smart homes, a lot of this stuff feels surprisingly familiar. One of my favorite parts was actually the hardware. It was talking with people. You meet builders, pilots, software developers, content creators, and hobbyists who are all passionate about the same thing. It's very similar to attending CES or a smart home conference. You leave with new ideas, new contacts, and usually a list of projects you probably shouldn't start, but you know you're going to anyways. So would I go again? Absolutely, especially if it's nearby. For anyone interested in aviation, simulation, gaming, technology, or even just DIY projects, it's a fun event to experience. You don't have to be an airline pilot. You don't even need to own a flight simulator. It's just a great place to see what's possible when technology and passion come together. I'd love to know in the comments, have you ever tried a flight simulator at home? And if you're a fellow smart home nerd, what would your dream simulator setup include? Thanks for coming along with us to Flight Sim Expo 2026. Now let's get back to robot mowers, home assistant automations, and all the other projects that usually get me in trouble. I'll see you on the next one.